And we know that if you've got a learning disability, you're disadvantaged in a number of ways. So, of course, your educational attainment is going to be likely impaired. People may recognise in school that you're having difficulties and you may get additional support. But I think a very common trajectory that I've seen is that you become the sort of naughty child or the class clown. You're very able to mask that you're struggling through your behaviour, but you get seen as having behaviour problems, and maybe you get excluded very early, or people don't really show you the extra interest and support that you need. And so often people will have dropped out of school or sort of left school without any kind of qualifications. Disadvantaged in terms of work opportunities. Obviously, even just the process of trying to apply for a job is difficult if you struggle with reading, writing, cognitive ability. You've got increased reliance on benefits and public housing as well. Your social status, your ability to kind of join in with activities in the community is likely to be reduced as well, unless you have that support in place. You're more likely to live in poverty. You're more likely to have health inequalities, and that includes a lower life expectancy and greater risk of dying from avoidable causes. And if I think about some of the people that I've worked with, that includes, for example, having do not resuscitate orders put on you without any conversation with yourself or your family members by doctors. So there's a lot of stigma, discrimination against people with learning disabilities, a lack of involvement of them in their own care. There's also lots of kind of myths and assumptions about things like people having a higher pain threshold, but we know that people aren't able to kind of either recognize themselves or articulate their kind of physical health experiences and access support in a way that people without a learning disability are. So for that reason, people are much more likely to have physical problems that reach more severe points because then they're less likely to access kind of early help and intervention.